Welcome back, everyone. Today we're fishing another Toledo Area Kayak Anglers League tournament. It's a Wednesday nighter. It's going out of Cullen Park, and that's the mouth of the Maumee River and Lake Erie, going out to Lake Erie. You can fish pretty much anywhere you want, as long as you can make it back in time for the awards, and also make sure you get your fish posted. Been fishing for a few minutes now, maybe a half hour, and I had caught a couple fish, but none of them they were smaller fish, like 13 inches, 12 and a half, 13 inch, just like this one here. But then I remembered to turn on my camera, so I'm still running on internal batteries. I finally got a cord for external battery, but right now I'm still running on internal batteries, so I would turn them off if it got a little slower. I hadn't caught a fish for a few minutes. I'm fishing an area that I looked up on Google Maps a couple days earlier before the tournament. Never fished this area. I have only ever fished out of Cullen's once in a kayak, and that was a couple years ago in one of our tournaments. Like that one there, I didn't even measure because I knew it wasn't big enough. And I think I already have 3 fish at this point. You can see down a ways there's like a rocks kind of jetty out just a little bit further. Just around that point or just beyond it, I couldn't get a bite. So what I did is I kept on going from that point all the way up to the corner of this island, back and forth, and I was catching a bunch of fish. Just in the beginning here, it was all smaller fish, and they kept on biting the tail off my swim bait on my chatterbait. Probably 90% of my fish came on a chatterbait. I did catch some on soft plastic, but it seemed like they wanted something moving more than they did, real slow. So I think this one might be a little bit bigger. It is. This is kind of an upgrade for me. Most of my bigger fish didn't come until later, though. Later in the evening. Yeah, this might be like a 14 incher, 14 and a half maybe. I went all the way down on both ends of this island and went up the sides a little bit, but man, I couldn't get a bite. This one stretch was the only stretch that I could get a bite, and I think it had to do with current. There was a lot of current going through this area, a lot more than anywhere else, because it kind of bottlenecked between the point and the island. And these fish were crazy. I mean, I could not get one of those fish to stay still. If you watch most of my tournament videos, you'll see where I lay the fish on an angle in the board, and they usually stay pretty relaxed after they've been in the net for a couple seconds. I hardly ever touch them. I think it always avoids any issues, with judging. But in this case, every fish that I caught this night, I had to have my hand on it. And even then, that didn't work. I lost 2 fish this night just because they jumped right out. Now this is great. I get stuck on this branch or a rock down there, and I cannot get off this thing. Now you're thinking, okay, fine, I drifted up on top of it. Should come right off of it if I find the right angle. Nope. I spun around on this thing. I pushed and pushed, and I'm thinking, I might have to get out of the kayak to get this thing out, off this rock or this branch. And the worst part is, it was pushing up onto my drive, my pedal drive, so I couldn't even hit the releases, wouldn't even pull up. It was pushing up too hard. I've got stuck on things before, but never this bad. I mean, I could not get off this. I have now spun almost in a 360-degree circle trying to get off this, push off this, and I cannot get off of it. I can't get my drive out. So eventually here, I push down real hard on my drive, push forward and down, enough to take some of that tension or pressure off the drive being pushed up, and I could get my releases out or lift them up so I could get my drive. I've been fighting with this line from the last tournament. Even I bought it, it was on sale, thought I'd try it, and it turned out to be garbage, and I just kind of want to use it up. I hate throwing it away. Figured it's not like a super important derby that I'm in, so I figured I'd try to use it up there, but I'm still having problems with this stuff. I will say it's not Japanese fluorocarbon. That's all I'm going to tell you. So like I said, I kept on turning my cameras off, but just to try to conserve battery life and try to get as much good footage as I could. So a lot of times you're going to see where, well, I caught a fish, and I decided, well, I'll film this part so they can see the fish, just don't get to see the fight. But this was, once again, a little bit bigger fish. An upgrade, I believe. And once again, you can tell that they will not stay still. These fish have so much energy right now. That's not me hiccuping. That's the fish kicking all over the place, and I'm trying to hold it still. And it's amazing how much power these little guys had. I've caught 4 and 5 pounders that didn't flop as much as these guys. So this is one of the 3 catfish that I caught. And every single one of them were big fish. I'm pretty sure they're spawning right now. And that's why it seems like whenever they're spawning, I catch a bunch of big catfish on chatterbaits. They just love that. Well, they probably love anything at this time of year. They just don't want it around wherever they're at. And unfortunately, if they're 8 to 10 pound catfish, you can't just reel them in. You got to sit there and fight them out. The hook never falls out of them. They have these rubbery mouths, so once you get them in there, I actually had to cut off at least one chatterbait because I could not get it out of his mouth, no matter what I tried. And I was just wasting way too much time. So here I'm headed down. I'm letting the area that I've been fishing rest for a little while, hoping maybe because there's current through there, some new fish will move through or move in. And so I'm down towards the one end of the island, and I am getting eaten alive by these flies. You can see them all over my leg. It was almost kind of gross. I mean, they were everywhere on my legs. The little buggers, I swear, they all get on you and then they bite you at once. what was strange, it was only pretty much this one area, I think. But out of self-defense, I eventually grabbed my my rain pants because they really aren't biting my arms or anything. And here we are again with another one of the big catfish. If we were in a catfish tournament, I would have been doing pretty good right now. And I had moved back to my original spot. You can see in the background, that's Michael Becker. When I went down a little ways, he had moved over this way, not knowing that I've been fishing this area. He just kind of was trying a new spot. And I come back and I'm going, hey, dude, you're in my honey hole. And so we just both decided to fish together. And we had this big boats would go through, and they didn't slow down at all. There was one boat. You'll see me. I think I waved a couple times at them. They seen us, and they slowed down. I mean, he idled by us, which was really cool. I guess there's still some considerate people out there, obviously. So for the rest of the night, Michael and I just kind of shared this area. I believe he got a limit or a better limit just fishing this area also. Just so you know, my vest is fastened at around my waist. It can't come off me. It's really tight around there, but that vest gets in my way and I lose a lot of fish when I'm trying to set the hook because of the way I hold my rod. I can't hold it out in front of me. It just feels unorthodox. So it is fastened at the bottom. It can't come off me. Actually, I tested it once. And a lot of times, like if I'm moving, I'll zipper it back up. Or I'll zipper it about halfway so I can still put my rod, towards my stomach or chest. like I said, 90% of my fish came on green pumpkin chatterbait. I did do some soft plastic. I started flipping, using a flipping rig. Flipping, yeah, bait towards the end. And I did catch one on a soft plastic worm too. But most of them were the chatterbait. That has done me good the last 3 tournaments. And they're all on my homemade chatterbaits, which I do have a video on how to make them. And there's been a couple other people now I know that have done really good in tournaments using them.
biggest fish? No, it's only 14 and I'm gonna lose it. God, they won't stay still. I cannot believe how much they keep kicking. I have had so many problems getting pictures today. I got spiked in the lake today. Here we go again. What's your biggest fish? What's your biggest? About the same ball. I think I got one that might be pushing 16. That's it. You know Aaron's gonna come back with a sack of them.
Michael and I have been talking back and forth, so that's what I'm doing there. Unfortunately, I have my waterproof covers on both my cameras because it was supposed to rain, so the voice is, it didn't pick up any of the sound really. GoPro stopped recording. So checking my watch again. Got like a half hour left, if that. And I caught that last fish obviously on a flipping bait. I'm going over that same area because I could feel a lot of like branches or logs or something down there. And here's another one of the boats that just go flying by. They don't care. So we don't have much time left in the tournament, and I kind of concentrate on that same area, and I hook one here, and he comes off, and it was a better fish. It would have definitely helped me. Eventually here, I hook another big catfish right here. Big catfish. And then it jumped. And it was a big bass. I mean, it was a good one. That definitely would have helped me. Catch one more smaller fish here. And I'm pretty much at this point, I'm going to have to bug out. It's getting late, and I got kind of a haul to go. So that's pretty much it. Wound up in second place. Aaron got first. We were about an inch difference. If I would have caught that one fish, I would have got that one fish. I might have got him, but oh well, it was still a good tournament. Had fun. Definitely looking forward to going back.